Hello and welcome to part 3 as we continue on the journey from level 71 to 72. We're getting right back in here into it and on to the next quests, as you can obviously see here. Most of the stuff you've probably already dealt with before, as you saw in our earlier videos, especially in our last ones, so nothing really to note here. I do first want to apologize. As you can probably hear, I am dealing with my allergies. It's been really nasty. Spring has not been kind to me so far, and I've been off and on sick, allergy-wise. So I apologize if I clear my throat, cough, whatever. My apologies. Excuse me. See what I mean? So that's what we're doing here. We're continuing on working on these quests. We're getting closer and closer to finishing what I consider finishing Born Tundra. Now there is an achievement called Nothing Boring About Bjorn. This is a achievement it's in your quest tab of your achievements to completing a certain amount of quests in Borean Tundra to get the achievement, and that's what I'm using as a default go-to of when I'm quote-unquote finished being here in Borean. As you can see, we're kind of trying to we destroy these things and repair them, and that's what we're doing. We'll destroy them, loot them, target their corpse, use the little item we got, and it'll repair them and they'll follow you. Now they might fade here and there. Don't worry about that. They'll still count, even if they're not all there with you. And you got to do this for about 15. Once you're all done, as you can see, I have none following me. But once you're all done, then you go ahead and turn it in, and then you'll go ahead and carry on. You'll see around midpoint of this video, once I do hit that achievement, I drop all the quests that I have left in Borean. And again, just like before, back before we came out here to Northrend, I'm just doing that not because I won't do them. I just don't want to do them right now. I want to move on and continue on. And I will be moving on to Hollyfjord, and then we'll finally get to some new footage. There is a part 4, so you're not going to see the level up in this part, unfortunately, but you'll definitely see it in the next part. So we grab some more quests. You're going to be doing a few more quests here, and there are even more to do here. But I go ahead and I move away from the gnome area and everything, and try to move on. I just think they haven't learned anything from the Nemorian. We've skipped a little bit here to get to this point of fighting this guy for this quest. If you remember back where the chest was, at the very bottom ground, we were looking for a small chest and everything. We're at the same exact spot. We're just above now. We're on that scaffolding stuff at the very top hut, and this is where you're going to find him in this area. You have to activate something, and I believe it's right to my right there, and he'll show up, and then you get his head or whatever. That is my wife, my lovely wife, back when we could still play together. Unfortunately, we did have to let the laptop go for real life reasons, so we just have the main computer now, and we can no longer play separate anymore. We have to share the computer. And again, that's another reason why things have been slow, and I do apologize for that. You know how much she likes to play. She is level 80 at this point, as you all know. And she was bored until she could find some raid to do later. So she just decided to just fly around and follow me. And it's kind of funny because you're going to see me going through areas fighting stuff, and she's just going to stand there and watch. And there's nothing wrong with that because she knows I can handle it. But it's kind of funny. I'm pretty sure a lot of people who went by saw this and was like, what's going on here? So she's just following me, showing off her mount and everything. That's her griffin mount that she had. I think she still has it. I'm not sure if she has a new one or not. Very nice mount. Now we're moving on to do a quest with these Nerubian holes, where to blow them up. Very similar to like what we did before. Or to mark them. Sorry, that's what they are. And as you can see, that's what we did there. There's like a few of them that you need to mark, real easy, not very hard. And then you'll come back here, turn your quest there, and he's going to send you to fight these guys in here. And we're skipping through very fast because I'm trying to cover as much as possible. And I was hoping to squeeze them all into this one part, but that didn't happen. So, unfortunately, this is the result. I went through here fighting things, and people were just like, what the heck? Because my wife is just standing there watching me, you know, because I'm not having everything. She knows I can take care of myself, and you all know I can do that. So once that's done, you go turn it in. I don't have that footage. For some reason, it got corrupted or something. And once that's done, I went ahead and turned the rest of these in, and you'll see me get the achievement here. And as you see, I'm not picking up the other quest because I know I'm very close. And I do this one thing, and bam, there's the achievement. Nothing boring about Bjorn. And I've considered that done with Born Tundra. So you'll go ahead and see me hop on here and start flying away. And then we're going to switch over to me arriving at, or heading towards Howling Fjord and then arriving at Howling Fjord. It's important to note that we're still not in the new, excuse me, in the new video just yet. That'll be coming up here. This is all still old video of me going and arriving in Howling Fjord. Howling Fjord is the same, just a second starting area for the Alliance. Same level ratings and everything as Born Tundra. In order to get there, you need to get on the boat at Mithril Harbor. It's the farthest boat to your right from the Flight Master, and it's the same boat where the Dark Shore 2, over to the Eastern Kingdoms used to go to. So it's the same one. Showing you guys some of the sights. You're going to see us get to a cave. The boat goes into the cave and then turns around and then comes out. I went ahead, for time reasons here, skip that piece and just skipped us approaching the dock. So you're seeing us turn here into the cave, as you can see the cave here, and then we're going to cut to after we come back out of the cave, and we're just starting to pull up to the port here. This is the same area for you fans of lore that Arthas and his expedition landed at. As you can see, my wife's there waiting for me, and I'm going to pick up these quests, pick up a couple quests, get the flight point, and then we're going to switch to the new footage, because this was pretty much it. And as you can see here, I'm pretty close to leveling. There's not too much I had to do, not to mention I have a ton of Festive XP. Holy crap. And so we're picking up our quests here. We've got our flight point open, even though we have nowhere to go to. And now we've switched to the new footage. And it's a little subtle, but I think you can see some of the changes in the UI. If you can't yet, you're definitely going to see it here. You're definitely going to see some changes in the graphics. Like I said before, I have updated our video card on this pooter. And as such, you can definitely see it in the video. Things look a lot better. The graphics are a lot better. This is not all the way on Ultra or anything like that. It's not quite that high, but it is pretty much pretty high, as I feel comfortable doing it. These settings might come down later on once my wife gets back into raiding. We'll have to see how that is affected. But as you can see, it's running wonderful. So the first quest you have to do is fight the things that are just outside the gate there. Once you're done with that, you go and turn it in, and you'll get another quest. And these have to do with rescuing rescuers. You just go across the lake, or the river, excuse me, from the fort, or the outpost, and you'll find these guys on the sticks. Tons of sparklies, you can't miss them. And you go ahead and just use them as doodads to free them. There's a few of these recruits and everything. Nothing too horribly interesting to say about these guys. They do hit pretty hard. But nothing you shouldn't be able to handle, even if you were 68 just coming into this area. It's important to note that if you don't need to fight the stuff in front of the gate, in other words, you've already finished that quest, just ignore it. Run past it with your mount back and forth. There's plenty of stuff inside the fort that'll shoot if anything tries to follow you and kill them. So, once you're done with that, a whole bunch of quests open up, and you'll be able to go ahead and use them, and go ahead and get them. Obviously, there's still a lot to do just in this fort area that you'll also see even after we level. Excuse me. So now we head back, and honestly, the dungeon here, the dungeon that we go to, which is oh Lord, I forgot the name of it now. Udgar Keep, is not that far from that fort. In fact, it's right to your right. Or as I turn, it's off in the distance, and you'll see a little bit more here in a bit. Now, this is really cool. For this quest, you need to rescue the rescuers. They were sent there to do that whenever they got captured. This is very similar to Nazar Mist, if anyone's seen the Shaman special, of getting the keys from drops from these guys, and it randomly happens. You're only going to need 3. Once you have them, I would go ahead and do them as you go. And as you pick them up and let them out, they're going to come and they're going to join you as a companion or guardian, whatever class they are. So it's cool to get I had a priest, a paladin, and a mage, and it was awesome. We kicked butt, and they're going to help you out for a little while, and then they'll go ahead and go on. To get to that quest giver, you need to go from the fort that you start at. You need to go up and then left, and you'll get to it. And last but not least, going underwater to get this thing, as we continue on to part 4, going on to level 72. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.